Okay, so starting right here at this little shed. And Matt, when we talked earlier, I think I made it sound kind of like we shouldn't put rock down here, and it can totally be done. If you wanted shale going up here, we could totally do it. The thing is, if you remember, this used to all be chip seal, and after a long time, it starts to look like pavement after driving on it for a long time. But the thing is, we were able to rip it up really good and compact it in and pound it in and then put rock on top of it, where the pavement, it's not going to rip up as good. It's not going to be as small of pieces because the chip seal doesn't have the binders in it like the pavement does. So I think we'd have to haul off this top layer, most of it, and then we could rip what was underneath it, and we could definitely put rock on top of it if that's what you wanted. So we could do that. I think this is a little steep here. I think the way you had it before, this little stretch here was fine, but once you get here, it gets a little steep and people are going to be spinning getting up here. If it's just rock, if it's just shale. So anyway, so what we got is this kind of stuff. This alligatoring is what it's called, and this is from the heavy trucks. There's just unless you make it 3 inches thick or 4 inches thick, the heavy trucks are just going to do this. It's a little thin here. This is a little thin, but you can see what it does. And just after driving on it with cars, once it starts, all it takes is normal traffic and it's going to start coming apart. And there's going to be big potholes, and we definitely can't. You definitely don't want to leave that. That's just going to turn into something real ugly. And it's happening here too. It's starting. And see, before we just had these cracks, and Jimmy and I put the sealer on it, and then we did the slurry over the whole thing. And as long as we keep doing that, it's fine. But we didn't, with the trucks going over this, and we had talked about it, where it started breaking up more and more, it just didn't make sense to try to fix it, because when it starts coming apart like this, you can't fix it. It's just, you can see the little pieces, and that's just going to get worse and worse. And then you get water in it through the cracks, and it just starts pumping. And like I say, we get a couple cracks like these, and we can seal them and keep the water out. But like I said, and these cracks are real deep, so this is gonna happen again. But like I say, if we can keep them sealed, I think we'll be all right. And this comes all the way up to the corner here. You can see more of that. So if we keep the trucks off, this won't happen again. But that stretch up there looks great. I mean, there's cracks in it, but I think we can. I think we can keep on top of it. A little bit on that corner. But before, I was real good about keeping the big trucks off it, especially in the winter. So I think if we paved it again, like I said, I'd keep on top of it. I think we'd be fine. So I'll leave it at that.